Summary: Sheena struggles with trusting Tom's intentions after his shady behavior, causing tension among the cast members. Lala interrogates Ariana's new boyfriend at a lunch, trying to gauge his compatibility with the group. Tom tries to mend his relationship with Ariana and navigate the fallout of their breakup, causing drama among the cast. Vanderpump Rules Season 11 has been an overwhelming, emotional rollercoaster for the cast of the series, who finished off the season with a dose of reality that was shocking to viewers. While the major plotline of Vanderpump Rules Season 11 has revolved around the cast doing their best to find a new status quo after the fallout of Scandoval, the affair between Tom Sandoval and Raquel Leviss behind Ariana Madix's back, there has been new drama cropping up all season long. Tom, who has felt isolated and alone throughout the current season, has claimed to be working on himself. While Tom's self-help has felt like a rouse to Ariana and Katie Maloney, Sheena Shea and Lala Kent have been having a difficult time judging whether he's actually trying to be their friend, or if it's all a scam. Though the ripple effect of Tom's actions have made it impossible for many of the Vanderpump Rules Season 11 cast members to feel like they fully trust each other, it hasn't been entirely about Tom and Ariana's split. Katie and her ex-husband, Tom Schwartz, have been dealing with issues of their own, as have James Kennedy and his girlfriend, Ali Luber. Related 20 Best Reality TV Shows. Right now reality TV is more popular than ever. With so many to choose from, here are some of the best reality TV shows to stream or watch right now. Sheena can't tell if Tom's playing her. He's broken her trust entirely. Early in the episode, Tom's conversation with Sheena at the end of Vanderpump Rules Season 11 Episode 14 came up when talking to her husband, Brock Davies. Sheena explained that it's been difficult for her to understand if Tom is telling her the truth about his growth and intentions. She shared that while she wants to be able to give him some trust, she feels so broken from the events of Scandoval that it's impossible for her to really let him back in just yet. Brock, who likes both Tom and Ariana, tried to help her rationalize about the issue. Lala interrogated Dan during a group lunch. He handled it well during a group lunch out in San Francisco before the group was to head off to their friend Kyle Chan's event on Treasure Island. Lala interrogated Ariana's new boyfriend Daniel Y. Though she wasn't harsh with Daniel, she made it clear that she wanted to know where he stood on some of the important issues in their group. She asked about Danny's stance on Tom, discussed his career and future plans, and tried to make sense of how he may fit in with the cast of Vanderpump Rules in the future. Dan, thankfully, wasn't offended by her highly intense questioning. Brock tried to come at Katie about Tom. The group struggled to see the reality of the situation at the lunch. Brock tried to explain to the group that Sheena wanted to let Tom back into her life, and he found it disturbing that the women weren't allowing Sheena to do what she wanted. Katie tried to explain that the situation with Tom was a lot less nuanced than the group wanted to believe. She shared that people like Sheena and Brock were open to forgiving Tom because it was beneficial to them, while it was clear that Tom was simply emotionally manipulating them to have people in his corner. Brock's argument was successfully stopped in its tracks. Tom said he would try to make amends with Ariana. He wanted to relieve the tension in the group. Tom and Schwartz met up after the lunch, and while Schwartz filled Tom in on everything, he made it clear that Sheena was someone who did want Tom back in her corner. Schwartz shared that he felt if Tom were open to apologizing to Ariana about the way he'd slandered her mental health in the media after their breakup, It may help him to garner good faith with Sheena. While Schwartz also felt that Tom would be apologizing to Ariana in a way that may make his relationship with her less hostile, but Tom was far more focused on Sheena. James and Ally talked about their future. They reached a resolution about their relationship close at the event on Treasure Island. James and Ally revisited a conversation they'd had about their figure in an episode earlier in the season, discussing the idea of what came next for them. After moving into a house they'd purchased together, the pair talked about potentially having a child together or getting married in the coming years. Ally wasn't sure if she wanted to have kids or get married, while James was certain that's what he wanted. During their conversation, Ally shared that she wasn't ready yet, but in the future she wanted to end up happily married to James. Jo decided she wanted to confront Katie. It wasn't a good conversation. Although the majority of the cast had come to San Francisco early, Schwartz's strange situationship-turned friend Joe Wenberg showed up for the Treasure Island event, and she decided it would be a good time to talk to Katie about their issues. After Schwartz and Katie's split, Joe had moved in on Schwartz quickly while trying to maintain a friendship with Katie. The betrayal hurt Katie, and while she's spoken harshly about Joe, Joe has never apologized. During the event, Joe offered a milquetoast apology and was hurt when Katie didn't reciprocate. Ultimately, Katie asked Schwartz to get Joe away from her. Tom made it a point to meet Ariana's new boyfriend. It was somewhat uncomfortable later in the event. Tom made it a point to approach Ariana and Daniel. While Ariana didn't want to speak to or acknowledge Tom, she knew that Daniel was too polite not to talk to her ex-boyfriend. Tom introduced himself to Dan and shook his hand, extending the best of wishes to Ariana and her new boyfriend. While Tom was quick, Ariana wasn't happy with the fact that he was reaching out to her partner at all. Dan, thankfully, took everything in stride and treated the interaction with as much care as he possibly could, looking out for Ariana's feelings. Sheena tried to bring Tom up to Ariana again. Ariana said she didn't want to hear about her ex during a conversation with Sheena and Ariana after the former's performance of her single, Apples. Sheena tried to approach Ariana about the idea of her being friends with Tom again. Ariana tried to be respectful, listening to Sheena and hearing her out about the amount of growth that Tom's gone through. Ariana politely asked Sheena to stop talking to her about Tom, because she didn't want to hear about her ex and his manipulation any longer. During the conversation, Tom approached Ariana. She stormed off, letting a Vanderpump Rules producer know she wasn't happy that Tom tried to speak her. Vanderpump Rules broke the fourth wall. The cast talked about being authentic on camera after Tom approached Ariana. All hell broke loose for the cast of Vanderpump Rules Season 11. At the end of the episode, the cast discussed their involvement in the show, sharing that they were all incredibly authentic on camera except Tom and Ariana while they were in their relationship. Lala and Sheena shared that they felt there had been a lot of secretive behavior, but they weren't sure how to approach it. In the final moments of the episode, Tom, Schwartz, and a producer are heard talking about Ariana storming off, with Tom shockingly sharing it made him look good. Vanderpump Rules airs Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time on Bravo, then streams the following day on Peacock. Source: Bravo, Instagram. Vanderpump Rules. Vanderpump Rules is a reality drama series created for Bravo that stars Lisa Vanderpump, a former star of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, as she expands her restaurant empire and staff. The cast consists of Lisa's staff members across her various establishments in West Hollywood as they try to build their futures and establish relationships that range from friendly to romantic. All of which frequently turn messy as mixing with business pleasure, as they are warned, doesn't always end well.